Hi, this is Gabrielle Usatinsky from Empowered Connection Psychotherapy. Over the past 10 years, I've worked with thousands of clients suffering from trauma, and a question that I've been constantly asked is, I've been to trauma therapy before, but somehow my symptoms keep coming back. How do I get complete resolution? The answer is that you need a map that includes all of the territory that you need to cross in order to heal, not just a small segment of the problem. In sensory motor psychotherapy, the form of trauma therapy that I practice, we have a comprehensive map that we use to describe how we process information that we experience in consciousness. This allows my clients to get the most out of their healing journey. The map has 3 levels of information: cognitive, emotional, and body levels of processing. So in this vlog, we're going to talk about how each of these levels works and how to use them to overcome trauma. So let's talk about these 3 levels and what they mean in terms of helping you create lasting change. The cognitive processing level relates to our capacity to make decisions, to reason, and make meaning out of our experience. It's what allows us to observe what's going on in our experience and to assess it. It allows us to put thoughts together in a way that's grounded in a realistic assessment of life and to think things all the way through. The emotional processing level is the level of our experience that gives us the possibility to feel and express a full range of feelings. Our feelings are what add color to the other kinds of information that we take in, whether that relates to our thoughts or our body sensations. The 3rd level is our body, or the sensory motor processing level. This relates to your ability to process information through your body. So let's talk about some examples of how you might experience this 3rd level. It can be seen in things like your physical impulses to get out of the way of oncoming traffic. It can be seen in things like changes in posture when you're feeling bad about yourself. Or if you're in the forest and you were to hear a threatening sound, your body would automatically orient in a way to try and help you figure out which direction that sound was coming from. Now, the thing about this body level of processing is that many of the action patterns that it uses are fixed in your nervous system. This includes the famous fight and flight response, which is outside of your conscious control. So it's these types of action patterns that can become dominant when we experience trauma. That's your body's way of trying to protect you, is basically kicking in all of these kind of automatic physical responses that you have no conscious control over. Now, the reason it's important to know about these 3 levels of information processing is because clients get the best results with trauma treatment when they make use of all 3 levels of experience in order to heal. You can contrast this with traditional forms of trauma therapy, which often tended to overemphasize the cognitive or mental level of information processing. So we now know that clients experience more complete resolution of trauma when they make use of all 3 levels. And that only makes sense. The more aspects of your experience that you include, the more completely you'll be able to achieve your goals. You can get relief mentally, emotionally, and physically. For instance, relief from negative thoughts and from distressing emotions like anxiety and depression, and relief from physical symptoms like a racing heartbeat or physical pain. All of these different kinds of symptoms are all related to trauma, and yet they're happening on all different levels of your experience. Our being is kind of like an engine that needs to be able to run smoothly at each of these levels of information. So when you've experienced trauma, it can create hiccups or maybe even like major tsunamis in your thoughts, in your feelings, and in your body. If you're suffering from trauma and you don't have a therapist to take your hand and walk with you every step of the way to help you get free from the pain and fear of the past, Let's connect on the phone and see how I can help you create a peaceful, satisfying life much faster. You can call me at the number below or leave me your name and email below. And I look forward to speaking with you soon.